Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply in chat so that I can understand that you are listening me. Okay, Soha, Iman, you are listening me. Others, please reply me. Okay, very good, very good. You all are here. Okay, very good. Okay, you all are hearing me. Welcome you all again in the new lecture, in the new online class. Okay, I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. I'm giving you a lecture of English language again today. Some students are still coming, so I'm waiting for them. I don't want your videos, so turn off your cameras, please. Asmar, do you want to ask anything? Write it here. Okay, now your time starts. So I want to start my lecture for today. Hope you have understood my previous lectures and you have learned all the definitions and you have done written practice as well. Hope you have understood everything very clearly. Now, Arisha and Asim. Okay. Arisha and Simal, you are sisters. Okay. I will mark your attendance. Okay. Okay, I understand. Now concentrate on your lecture. Please, if you have got any problem, any confusion, ask me at the end. I will give you the time at the end. Please, and turn off your cameras so that I will start my lecture. If you want to discuss anything, discuss at the last moment when I will give you the time. Okay. Now I want to continue my lecture today. Today there is another English language lecture. It is lecture number 5 and our topic is prepositions. Okay. We have done prepositions before with the parts of a speech. You know that preposition is a part of a speech and it is actually the word which tells us about the relationship between noun and pronoun with some other word in the sentence. Okay, remember this thing that we have done some examples as well in the part of speech lecture. Those who have missed the previous lectures, please go to the YouTube channel and download the videos and go through them, so that if you have missed any part of it or if you have not understood any part of it, you will recall it or repeat it. Okay, turn off your cameras. Now I want to tell you that there is a particular rule for using the prepositions. In this lecture, we are only discussing the use of prepositions with some examples, okay? Because we have already done the definition and some examples. Prepositions must always be followed by a noun or a pronoun, okay? It means some students are still coming, so please come on time so that we will not waste any part of your lecture or time, because there is a particular time limit in this online class. If you are continuously disturbing me or continuously coming late, then it will create a lot of disturbance and you will miss part of the lecture. So please don't disturb the class, don't write anything, don't concentrate on the chats, do concentrate on the lecture, and I will give you extra time at the end to ask any queries. Okay, so please be there on time next time, please. Okay, now I'm telling you prepositions must always be followed by a noun or a pronoun. It means prepositions are written whenever in the sentences, then they are followed by a noun or a pronoun. Noun or pronoun comes after that. Okay. Now many of you are disturbing on the chat room, please. Okay. Don't disturb the class. Alina, if you have any confusion, ask at the end. Note it down. If you have got any problem at any point of the lecture, note it down in your rough copy. I have told you, you should be having a notebook with you. Okay. Now, I'm telling you prepositions must always be followed by a noun or a pronoun. It means noun or pronoun comes after the prepositions. Now, I'm discussing some common prepositions here in this lecture. There are many prepositions, okay? But we are not able to discuss all of them here in this class. So I'm discussing only some of them. These are some of the common prepositions, some are others, but I'm discussing them here. Turn off your cameras. In, on, at, of, for, from, and to. We are discussing these prepositions here in this class. There are some other prepositions, okay, like behind, adjacent, beside, into. Okay, we are not discussing them. We are just discussing which I have given in the list. Okay, I'm discussing the uses and examples of these common prepositions here one by one. Kindly try to understand and listen to me very carefully. I'm giving many examples for them. So please try to understand. And when I will ask, then you will give me your examples. Now, first preposition which I'm discussing here is in. In is used, the first use is, it is used to indicate a location. Okay. So whenever it indicates the location, it is used in this way. There are some examples I have written here. I found the word in the dictionary. You can see that the location of the word is shown in the dictionary by using the preposition in. Okay. Actually, a person is trying to find a word and he found it in the dictionary. So it is the location of the word here. Now, the second example is the ball is in the box. Here again, you can see that in is describing the location of the ball in the box. You can see that here the nouns are there after the prepositions. Next use is to indicate color, shape, and size. It means if we want to indicate the color, shape, and size, we use the preposition in. Okay. Here you can see that some examples. This dress comes in 4 sizes. Here you can see that in is describing the size, and that bag was in round shape. Here you can see that it is telling us about the round shape of the bag. So in this case, we can also use in here. For example, I can write the pencil is blue in color. or you can say in easy language, the pencil is in blue color. Okay, so that we can use the preposition before color. Now we have some other uses of in. The next is to indicate opinion and belief. It also indicates some opinion and beliefs of some people. Like some examples are, I believe in hard working. Okay, you can see that the it comes before the belief, or you can say the next. I can give any other example. I believe in intelligence. I believe in honesty. He believes in trust. Now, another use of in is that to specify month, season, year. You all know that there are 12 months. There are 4 seasons. So all these 4 seasons and 12 months are specified by the use of in as a preposition. Year changes every year. So we can write any one, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2020, any one of them. Now there are some examples I have written here. The new academic session will commence in March. Commence is the word or synonym of begin. It means starts. Okay. The new academic session will commence in March. You can see that the March is the month. So in comes before it, which shows that it is specifying a particular month. Now, in another example, it is written over here that mangoes come in summer. So, summer is the season. It is specifying the in preposition is specifying the particular season here. If I want to write an example of the year, I will write here, my classes or new session classes will start in 2021. Okay, so we can indicate the month, season, and year by using the preposition in. Next, we have another preposition here, which is on. You can see that on. So we are discussing the use of on here. The first most common use is to refer a surface of something. Surface, I think you all know about the surface. What is surface? So it tells us about the things present somewhere, or it specifies the particular surface. Some examples are, the book is on the table. You can see that the on preposition is specifying or referring the surface of the table. In the second example, you can see that the teacher writes on the whiteboard. Again, you can see that on preposition is referring the surface of the whiteboard. The books are on the shelf. The crockery is on the table. Okay, we have different examples. We can make our own examples as well. If you understand the use of certain prepositions, you can make your own examples. I will ask at the end. Now, next use is to specify days and dates. Okay. On is also used to specify the days, that means weekdays. There are 7 days in a week, and dates. Dates can be changed every day, you know that. So we can write any date. Some examples are here. The guests arrived on Saturday. It means on is a particular preposition which is telling us about the day, that is Saturday. The people reached on Sunday. The guest reached on Monday. Okay, you can write any day. Some of the students are very late, so please be there on time so that you cannot miss any part of the lecture. Another example is, My friend was born on 15th August. Now you can see that here on the preposition is specifying a particular date, 15th August. Okay, we can write my birthday was on 12th December. Okay, we can write any date or any particular day by using on. Now we have some other prepositions as well here. Now we come to the next one. It is of. Okay, we are discussing the use of of. It indicates reference or relation. You can see that it actually shows the relationship of some words or some nouns or pronouns with each other. Some examples are, that is the top of the mountain. Here you can see the relation is showing about the top part of the mountain. Next example is, we are afraid of lions. Here it has been shown that some people are very much frightened of lions. Reference has been given that why they are frightened, or to whom they are frightened, from whom they are frightened. They are frightened or afraid of lions. That is the top of the table. Okay, they are afraid of lizards, or they are fond of reading storybooks. Here another relation is showing with the storybooks and the reading. Now there is another use of it, is that it is used to specify a number or amount, but it may be an approximate number or approximate amount. Sometime it may be actual. Okay, now here the examples are, none of them will come tomorrow. You can see that none is giving a number, but it is not the actual number. It is telling us about the approximate number, okay, of, for example, students or the party members, whatever they are. It is written about them, none of them will come tomorrow. Okay, another example is given here, 1/4 of the money was stolen. Here you can see that amount of the money has been given. It is showing the relation amount of the money in the actual part. 1/4, 1/4 is the actual amount here of the money was stolen. We can write 3/4 part of earth is water, like that. Now we come to another preposition here, which is for. Now it is also used in some different cases, like it is used to indicate the reason. Okay, some examples are, I am really happy for you. Here you can see that a person is happy and he told the reason about someone that he is happy for her or him. They were looking for their bags. Here you can see that somebody has lost their bags. Many people, or more than one people, or two people only, they have lost their bags and they were looking for them. For example, the students are looking for their lost books. I'm bringing a gift for you. Okay, these are some of the other examples which I'm giving you. Okay, so listen to me very carefully. I'm also giving some more examples other than those written in the slides. Okay, so please try to listen me very carefully. I will ask the examples from you at the last, when I will give you the time to ask the questions. Next is the uses. The for preposition is used to indicate duration or time. Duration, that means a longer period of time, or from the starting point till the ending point about the duration. Okay. For example, he attended the session for 1 year. 1 year means the whole 12 months he has been attending the session. Okay. That means in this example, the duration of time has been given. Next example is the children played for 2 hours. It means it has also given in this example the duration of time for the playing of the children. Please, students, turn off your videos. Please turn off your cameras. On, Sheikh, please turn off your camera. Now, for example, the mother prepared the meal for 3 hours. Okay, the children has been reading the poems for 1 hour. So in all the situations where is the duration of time has been given, we use the preposition for. Now we come to another preposition. It is from. Okay, we are discussing now the preposition of from. It is used to state who gives, sends, or provides something. It means whenever some people are giving something to somebody or we are taking something from somebody, we are writing or we are using the preposition from. For example, I took the book from him. Okay, here you can see that book has been taken from a person. Him, it means a male person. We have already done all these things in previous lectures, so you should understand all these things very clearly. Next example is they borrowed the dictionary from the library. It means they are from the library, they have taken the dictionary. For example, I purchased the fruits from the market. Okay, we can also write in this way. I bought a new car from the showroom. Okay, so listen to me and try to understand. If you have got any problem, I have already told you in the beginning or in my previous lectures that you should have a notebook with you so that you can, if you have got any problem, you can note it down and at the end you will ask. Okay, now we come to the next use of from. It indicates beginning point of time of an action or state. Beginning point, try to understand that it means whenever an action has been performed, action which has been shown by a verb in the examples, because verb is an action word, you all know that. So the starting point of the action or any state, for these beginning points, we are using the word from. Okay. To indicate beginning point of time of an action or state. Here you can see some examples. He walks from his home to the office daily. Now here you can see that the beginning point of the action is home. That is, the person is walking from his home and to the office. Okay, that is the ending point. So we are writing the preposition from at the beginning point before the noun. Remember. Now next example is we will be away from Thursday to Sunday. Here you can see that the beginning point of the state is Thursday here and the ending point is Sunday. So we have written from in the beginning point or before the beginning point, that they will not come to school from Saturday till Monday or to Monday. You can say that. Okay. Now we come to another preposition, to. To indicate, it is used to indicate ending point of time of an action or state. Here you can see that it is telling us the ending point of time of an action or state. It is just, you can say, the opposite of from, because it tells us about the ending point of an action, and you can see that in from it tells us about the beginning point of time of an action. Okay. The child counted from 1 to 10. Here you can see that 10 is the ending point, so we are adding 2 here. And from has also been shown in the same sentence because it is showing the beginning point. Next example is the student took the leave from Monday to Thursday. Again, you can see that Thursday is the ending point and Monday is the beginning point. Okay, I want to tell you one more point about from and to, that they come together in the same sentence. Okay, because we are telling the beginning point and the ending point in the same sentence at the same time. So we use both of the prepositions in the same sentence. Like you can see in the example, the child counted from 1 to 10. Here you can see that beginning point and the ending point. In the next example, you can see that the student took the leave from Monday to Thursday. That is the beginning point from Monday, the ending point to Thursday. Similarly, you can see in the examples of from that he walks from his home to the office. That means from his home is the beginning point, to the office is the ending point. In the next example, we will be away from Thursday to Sunday. From Thursday is the beginning point and to Sunday is the ending point. Now here you can see that there is another preposition, at. It indicates a place. Okay. It is used to indicate a place. Some examples are, the passengers are waiting at the station. Here you can see that station is the place, so it has been identified or indicated by the preposition at. Another example is, there is a man at the door. It means place. Door is also a place. It is the example of a place, and we are using preposition at to indicate that place. The guest is knocking at the door, or you can say that there are many people at the airport. At is also used to refer the time. Okay, time, morning, evening, afternoon, night. It can be used as a time, as well as 5 p.m., 12 p.m., 7 o'clock. These are all words used to indicate the time. Some examples are, we reached there at night. Okay, or the guest reached at the party at 12 o'clock. Next example is, they will meet me at 5 p.m. or the meeting will start at 8 p.m. So I have given you many of the examples for some of the prepositions here. Now I'm giving you a quick review of all of these, and then I will give you some time to ask me questions. Okay. Now the topic is preposition. There is a rule, preposition must always be followed by a noun or a pronoun. After preposition, there will be a noun or pronoun. We are discussing, or we have discussed some common prepositions here in, on, at, of, for, from, and to. Their uses and examples are here. to indicate a location. In is used to indicate a location, like I found the word in the dictionary. To indicate color, shape, and size. There I have given some example. This dress comes in 4 sizes. The example for the size. That bag was in round shape. The example for the shape. Here you can see that in all the sentences, nouns are coming or nouns are following the prepositions. Okay, after the prepositions, nouns are written there. Now, another use of in is, it is used to indicate opinion and belief. I believe in hardworking. Like it is also used to specify month, season, and year. The new academic session will commence in March. The specification of month. Mangoes come in summer. The specification of season. Next is use of on. It tells us about the surface of something or it refers to the surface of something. Like the book is on the table, the teacher writes on the whiteboard. To specify days and dates, it also tells us about the days and dates. It is used before the days and dates. The guest arrived on Saturday. My friend was born on 15th August. Now, use of at to indicate a place. It indicates the place, particular place. The passengers are waiting at the station. There is a man at the door. You can see that door and station are telling us about the place. To refer time as well, we reach there at night. They will meet me at 5 p.m. Next is use of. It indicates the reference or relation. That is the top of the mountain. We are afraid of lions. Again, you see that it shows the relation. Of is showing the relation. To specify a number or amount, I have already told you that the number may be approx or actual. None of them will come tomorrow. 1/4 of the money was stolen. That is the actual amount, 1/4. Next is use of for. It indicates the reason. Okay, like I am really happy for you. They were looking for their bags, to indicate duration of time or duration or time. For example, he attended the session for 1 year. The children played for 2 hours. You can see that 1 year and 2 hours are telling us the duration. Next is use of from. It is used to state who gives, sends, or provides something. Like, I took the book from him. When we are taking something from some person, we use from. They borrowed the dictionary from the library, or we are taking something from some place like shop, like library, like market. From is also used to indicate beginning point of time of an action or state. I have already told you about the beginning point and the ending point. Like he walks from his home to the office daily. We will be away from Thursday to Sunday. You can see that from is used to tell us about the beginning points like home and Thursday here. The last one is to. It is used to indicate ending point of time of an action or state. The child counted from 1 to 10. 10 is indicating the ending point. The student took the leave from Monday to Thursday. Thursday is indicating the ending point. Now, one more thing which I have already told you, but I am repeating it, that from and to. These are the two prepositions which can be used in one sentence at one time because they are telling us the beginning point and the ending point. So they can be used in the same sentence, like you can see in the example from 1 to 10, from Monday to Thursday, or you can see in the example from home to office, from Thursday to Sunday. Okay. So I hope you have understood everything very well. Now I'm giving you time. If you want to ask any question from me, then you are allowed to ask right in the chat room so that I can answer. Okay, but I'm telling you that I will upload the video on the YouTube channel and I will share the link so that you can find the video from there. Now I am again telling you that I am not giving you any of the written work today. Whenever I'm giving you the written work, I will inform you on the Google Classroom so that you can get the information from there and you can do the work. I hope you have understood very well. Now there is some time I want to ask you. I have asked you if you want to give. You will find the lecture on the YouTube channel. If you want to repeat it, download it from the YouTube link so that you will repeat it. Okay. We will take English literature classes from the next week, inshallah. Okay. So you will have your English literature books with you, and kindly read the first lesson so that you will understand more. I hope you have understood everything very well. Reply me yes or no. Give me some examples. If you want to use prepositions in your own sentences, write some examples so that I will see have you understood or not. Umar Farooq. Umar Farooq, you are very much late. It is now the end time is going on. Only 2 minutes are left. So you are very much late. You don't want to give me any example. I am waiting. You have not given me any example. The pen is on the shelf. What is shelf? Shelf. Okay. SHELF. Okay. The spelling is wrong. Uh, Other than Alina, no one is interested in giving any examples. That is top of the table. My sister is in the university or at university. My mother is in the market. Good. All of you are giving me very good examples. Only 1 minute is left. So please, if you want to write anything more, I'm going to school. Very good. The cat is under the table. Very good. He sat on the chair. All of you are giving me very good examples. The book is on the table. I understand you have understood very clearly. I will buy a dress for my sister. The copy is in the bag or where it is. Okay. Now listen to me. Only half a minute is left, so I'm stopping here. I'm ending my lecture. Hope you have understood it very clearly. Learn all definitions and then learn all definitions and do the written practice. So I stop here. Allah Hafiz. We'll meet inshallah in the next week.